Hello everyone and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Tete and I offer you information on how to apply for postgraduate courses and scholarships ranging from Erasmus Mundus to scholarships in the UK and beyond. If this is the first time you are watching any video on my channel, you are gladly welcome to the community. Kindly hit on the subscription button and then the post notifications so that as and when I release a new video, you would be the first to be notified. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for this video to help us increase our numbers as a community. Let's talk about the Erasmus Mundus Master's Program in Public Policy, also known as the Mundus MAPP, okay? So Mundus MAPP is an internationally recognized European leader in policy studies. It offers an interdisciplinary curriculum delivered by 4 outstanding European universities, okay? Flexible choice of study tracks, practice components, highly diverse international students body, academic excellence applied to contemporary policy problems. This is Mundus MAPP, okay? So if you want to read more about the program, you can just scroll down and then read more about the Mundus program, okay? So now let's just move to the financial aid of the Mundus program and let's check out relevant information, okay? Don't forget, I would be inserting all the relevant links in the description so that navigation and application for the Mundus MAPP becomes more easy for you. All right. So the Mundus MAPP Consortium has been supported by the Erasmus Plus Action of the European Union, and then the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship will be offered to outstanding applicants from both within and outside the European Union. Okay, so let's look at the scholarship details. Yeah, a limited number of Erasmus Mundus scholarship is awarded to the highest ranked applicants for the duration of the program, that is 24 months. The Erasmus Mundus scholarship is calculated on the basis of a monthly unit cost of 1,400 euros per month, which corresponds to a maximum scholarship amount of 33,600 euros. All right, so with this scholarship you would be given 1,400 euros per month. This does not include your participation cost. Participation cost goes directly to the university, and then you get 1,400 euros for your visa fees, your travel installments, and the rest. If you want a more detailed breakdown of how the financial component of the Erasmus Mundus scholarship works, I have a video of it on my channel. I'm going to put the link in the description so that you can further understand how the financial component of the Erasmus Mundus scholarship works. Okay, this is just an overview I'm giving you because our main concern here is about how to apply for the program. Okay, so let's move on. So Mundus has 4 application deadlines, okay, but we are applying for the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. So the deadline for applicants who wish to apply for financial aid is February 1st, 2024. So that is the deadline we are looking at. And today being January 25th, you have a few days to put in your application if a master's in public policy is what you aim to study. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Scholarships will be awarded based on academic merit. All applicants submitting their application by the scholarship application deadline on February 1st, 2024 will be automatically considered. Okay, so just keep in mind that February 1st is the deadline for submitting your application. So if I were you, I'll start putting my application in now. Okay, so let's just move to the admission requirements. Let's check it out very fast, and then we check the application process, and then you can start your application as soon as possible. Okay, so let's look at the educational background. For all tracks of the program, candidates need to have a bachelor's degree comprising at least 3 years of studies at a recognized university or institute of higher education. Candidates or applicants must have obtained at least 2.2 lower second, that is a second class lower or equivalent, but preferably class 2.1, that is second class upper. Okay, so if you have a second class lower, a second class upper, or a first class, you stand a high chance of being selected onto this program. Normally, applicants with a degree in any of the social sciences or equivalent are given preference. Okay, so if you study social work, sociology, political science, any of the social sciences, you are eligible to apply for this program. Okay, but candidates with a bachelor's degree in natural sciences or engineering are not eligible to apply. Okay, so if you study any subjects in the natural sciences or engineering, then this program is not for you. Okay, so let's look at the motivation. High motivation and interest in European and international public policy assessed through a statement of purpose. Okay, so this is going to be explaining your statement of purpose. And then let's check the fluency in English. Yeah, so Mundus MAPP does not require a language certificate from applicants who are citizens of the following countries, provided they have received a bachelor's or master's degree taught exclusively in English. Okay, so look at the countries: Australia, Botswana, Canada, Gambia. Of course, I'm always happy when I see Ghana, Ireland, Jamaica, Kenya, Liberia, Malawi, Namibia, New Zealand, Nigeria, Philippines, Rwanda, South Africa, Tanzania, Trinidad and Tobago, Uganda, UK, US, and then the Zambia. So if you are coming from Ghana or Nigeria, you do not need to provide any English test. Yeah, so we are good to go. All right, so that is our main concern, and then that is for fluency of English. With work experience is not an eligibility requirement, but candidates with relevant work experience will be given preference. Yes, work experience is not compulsory, but if you have the work experience, it increases your chances of being selected for the scholarship. Yeah? So it talks about Spanish not being a requirement for mobility. This is about the mobility program. So once you read more about the Mundus MAPP, you're going to get to understand the mobility tracks here. Our focus here is on how to apply for the program. Okay, so now let's look at the admission checklist. Yeah, so the first thing is the completed online application form. Okay, so the completed online application form is going to be filled online. Okay, so I'm going to take you to the application portal where you can complete your online application form. Okay, so there are 4 different application forms for the 4 mobility tracks. Applicants may apply for one of the following mobility tracks through the online application form. Okay, so when you go to the online application form, you either choose whether you are studying global public policy specialization, European public policy specialization, political economy and development specialization, or governance and development specialization. So once you go on the online application platform, we will be talking about that in a jiffy. Don't worry, you choose one specialization that you are applying for. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so the next thing is letters of recommendations. Okay, so applicants need to provide 2 official letters of recommendation, preferably at least one of them from an academic. The referees will be automatically notified once the application is submitted. They can submit their recommendation letters via the online application form. Okay, what this basically implies is that you need the contact details of your referee, and then you're going to input the details in the application form, and then your referees are going to be contacted directly so that they submit your recommendation letters. Yeah, so electronic version of all higher education academic records. Okay, so you need to submit a copy of your degree certificate and then a copy of your transcript. Yeah, if it's not in English, just make sure that there's a translation from the language it's into English. Okay, so just bear that in mind. The next thing that you need is your CV or resume, and it should also include a list of publications if you have published some articles Yeah, so don't forget to add that to your CV, and preferably I would recommend that you use the Europass CV. I'm going to put the link in the description on how to generate a Europass CV, and then you can be able to generate your own Europass CV, right? So the next thing that you need is a statement of purpose, and it shouldn't be more than 500 words, okay? And then the statement of purpose must highlight the candidate's reason for applying to the Mundus MAPP, the research interest, any relevant academic and work experience, and future career plans, and indicating the university in which they wish to start their studies, and a preference for a second year institution. Please note that given the high number of applications, longer statements will not be considered. Do not pass the 500 word limit, I beg of you, okay? If you pass the 500 word limit, automatically you would be eliminated, okay? So I have a video on how to write a statement of purpose in 4 easy steps. I'll put that link also in the description so that it would help you in writing your statement of purpose, okay? The next one is the English language proficiency. We have already spoken about it, coming from Ghana and Nigeria and most African countries that speak English, including South Africa and Uganda. You are exempted from the English language test, so just bear that in mind. If you have any questions, you can always send an email to mundusmapp@ceu.edu, right? Okay, so let's move on to the application process. Yeah, so applications for the 2024 to 2026 academic cycle is open. So note this very important part here. Applicants do not need to pay the Central European University, that is the CEU, application fee unless they apply for other CEU programs, okay? So with the Central European University, you have to pay an application fee, but if you are applying for Mundus MAPP, you do not have to pay for this application fee, all right? Also note that before you start the application process, it is important to read the guidelines for the admissions process, okay? Bear that in mind. And then candidates are required to fill in an online application form. We will be looking at that very soon. And then you may only apply for one of the following mobility tracks. I mentioned them earlier on, okay? So before submitting the online application form, candidates will be required to upload supporting documents, okay? So we have already spoken about the supporting documents, your letter of motivation, and then the rest, okay? So now, without wasting much time, let's go straight to the application portal. I will be putting the link in the description so that application becomes very easy for you. So once you are on here, you just click on new user, and then you just get to fill in your details, and then you create your user, and then you start your application process. Remember, the deadline is 1st February, therefore you have to act very swiftly if you want to apply for this program. All right, this is it for today. I'll definitely catch you on the flip side, and stay blessed. I'm out.